Welcome, learners! Want to improve your English without boring lessons, without grammar rules, without memorizing vocabulary lists? Here's the secret. Story listening is the most natural way to learn. When you listen to a story, your brain is relaxed. You're not studying, you're enjoying. But something amazing happens. Your brain absorbs new words automatically. You learn sentence patterns without even trying. You understand grammar naturally, just like a child learns their first language. Today's story is called The Kindness Connection. It shows how one small act of kindness changed two lives forever. Just relax, listen, and let your English improve effortlessly. Let's begin. The bus station was crowded and noisy. It was raining hard outside. Water was falling from the roof, making small rivers on the ground. Maya stood under the shelter, holding her backpack tight. She was traveling to the mountains. She wanted to see her grandmother, who lived in a small village. Next to her stood an old woman. She looked worried. Her clothes were wet. She was shaking from the cold.
"Are you okay?" Maya asked softly. The old woman looked up. Her eyes were tired. I lost my wallet," she said. Her voice was shaking. "I need to go home, but I have no money for the bus ticket." Maya's heart felt heavy. She didn't have much money herself. She was a student. Every coin mattered to her. But she couldn't just walk away. "Where do you need to go?" Maya asked. "Riverside Village," the old woman answered. "My daughter is waiting for me. She will be so worried." Maya opened her small purse. She counted her money. She had exactly enough for her own ticket and one meal. If she bought a ticket for this woman, she would have nothing left. She looked at the old woman's face again. The woman reminded her of her own grandmother. "Come," Maya said with a smile, "let me buy your ticket." The old woman's eyes filled with tears. "No, no, child, I cannot take your money." "Please," Maya said, "my grandmother always says, kindness is never wasted. Let me help you." Maya bought 2 tickets, one for the old woman and one for herself. Now she had no money for food. Her stomach was already making hungry sounds. The old woman held Maya's hand. "What is your name?" "Maya." "I am Mrs. Chen. Thank you, Maya. I will never forget this." She reached into her bag and pulled out a small card. "This is my daughter's phone number. If you ever need anything, please call." Maya took the card and put it in her pocket. She didn't think she would ever use it. She was just happy to help.
Maya finally reached her grandmother's village 3 hours later. The rain had stopped. The mountains looked beautiful under the evening sun. Her grandmother's house was small but warm. The smell of soup filled the air. "Maya, my dear girl," her grandmother hugged her tight. "You look so thin. Come, eat." Maya told her grandmother about Mrs. Chen. Her grandmother smiled and nodded. "You did the right thing, child. Good actions always come back to us." Maya spent a beautiful week with her grandmother. They cooked together. They walked in the mountains. They told each other stories by the fire. But on the last day, something terrible happened. Maya woke up feeling very sick. Her head hurt. Her body was hot. She had a high fever. "Grandmother, I feel so bad," Maya said weakly. Her grandmother touched her forehead. "You are burning up. We need to take you to a doctor." But there was a big problem. The nearest hospital was in the city, 2 hours away, and the last bus had already left. Maya's grandmother was very worried. She didn't know what to do. The village was small. Nobody had a car. The only vehicle was the milk truck, and it only came in the morning. Maya's fever was getting worse. She needed help now. Maya was lying on the bed, feeling very weak. Suddenly, she remembered something. She reached into her pocket and found the small card Mrs. Chen had given her. "Grandmother," she said softly, "can you call this number?" Her grandmother took the card. Her hands were shaking as she dialed the number on the old phone. "Hello?" a woman's voice answered. "Hello, my name is Chen Mei. My granddaughter Maya is very sick. She helped your mother at the bus station last week. She bought her a ticket when she lost her wallet. I know this is a lot to ask, but we need help. We cannot get to the hospital." There was silence on the other end. Then the woman spoke quickly. "Where are you? Tell me exactly where you are."
Maya's grandmother gave her the address. "We're in Mountain View Village, house number 12. "I am coming," the woman said. "My name is Dr. Chen. I will be there in 1 hour. Don't worry. Your granddaughter saved my mother. Now I will save her." Maya's grandmother started crying. "Thank you. Thank you so much." Exactly 1 hour later, a car stopped in front of the house. A woman in her 40s jumped out. She was carrying a big medical bag. "I am Dr. Chen," she said. "Where's Maya?" She rushed to Maya's side. She checked her temperature. She listened to her heart. She looked at her eyes. "She has a very bad infection," Dr. Chen said. "But don't worry. I brought strong medicine. She will be okay." Dr. Chen gave Maya an injection. She gave her grandmother some pills. "Give her these every 6 hours. Make sure she drinks a lot of water." Then Dr. Chen sat down. She held Maya's hand. "My mother told me everything about you. You spent your last money to help a stranger. You have a beautiful heart." Maya smiled weakly. "I just did what felt right." "Not everyone would do that," Dr. Chen said. "When my mother called me that day, crying with happiness, I knew I had to find you. I wanted to thank you. I never thought I would get the chance so soon." Dr. Chen stayed for 3 hours. She made sure Maya's fever went down. She talked with Maya's grandmother. She even brought them food from the city. Before she left, she gave Maya's grandmother her card. "If you ever need anything at all, you call me. Maya is like family now." Maya got better in 2 days. The medicine worked perfectly. Dr. Chen called every day to check on her. 1 week later, Maya went back to the city. She went to Dr. Chen's hospital to say thank you. Dr. Chen was happy to see her. "Maya, you look so much better." "Thank you for saving me," Maya said. "I don't know what would have happened without you." Dr. Chen smiled. "You saved my mother first. She is my whole world. When she lost her wallet, she was so scared. But you helped her. You gave her hope." Then Dr. Chen said something that Maya would never forget. "Maya, do you know what the most powerful thing in the world is? It's not money. It's not power. It's kindness. When you are kind to someone, you create a connection. That connection creates opportunities. You helped my mother, and that connection saved your life." Maya felt tears in her eyes. She understood now what her grandmother always said. Good actions really do come back to us. But the story doesn't end there. Dr. Chen offered Maya a job at her hospital. "You want to study medicine, right?" she asked. "Come work with me. I will teach you. You can work part-time and study at the same time." Maya couldn't believe it. This was her dream, but she never thought it would be possible. She didn't have money for medical school. I can't pay for school,"
Maya said sadly. Don't worry about money, Dr. Chen said. I have a scholarship program for kind-hearted students. You are exactly the kind of person who should become a doctor. Maya started crying. Happy tears fell down her face. One small act of kindness had changed her whole life. 3 years later, Maya became a doctor. She worked with Dr. Chen at the hospital, and she always remembered the lesson from that rainy day at the bus station. Now, whenever Maya sees someone who needs help, she helps them, not because she expects something back, but because kindness creates connections, and those connections create a better world. Mrs. Chen visits the hospital every month. She brings homemade cookies for everyone. She tells everyone the story of the kind girl who helped her. And Maya? She tells her patients, kindness is never wasted. It always comes back to you, in one way or another. So remember, friends, every small act of kindness matters. You never know how one good action can change your life or someone else's. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. How was today's story? Did you enjoy it? And here's my question for you. Do you have any story in your life where your kindness rewarded you? Share it in the comments below. I love reading your stories. And if you want more stories like this, more English improvement, and want to become a pro in English, hit that subscribe button to my channel. I'll make you pro. See you in the next story, learners. Keep being kind, keep learning.